What is up, fam jam? Hi guys. I just wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about the why, how, what videos. So there is kind of like an overview that Caitlin and I wanted to give you. A lot of you have already heard it before from the Dennis Yu content, or if you were at one of the previous events in Orlando or wherever. But we're going to go over it just really quickly for those of you that haven't heard of the strategy as a whole, just to be able to see like the whole picture laid out. I know that when one of the challenges, the first challenge went out about the why videos, and like there's a training around it explaining why the why video, right? But just to be able to see the strategy as a whole so you can get a feeling for exactly what you're building as you go along, right? Okay, so I'm gonna try and keep it as simple as possible. There is extra information to be added on in terms of like metrics and what to look for and how to choose winners and how to scale and stuff like that. But we're going to go over that later because there's still a lot of people that would just benefit from the actual foundation of what we're doing, right? So again, I'm going to try and keep it basic. So just bear with me. I'll try and not overcomplicate it, okay? So I'm going to kind of like turn a little bit here. So basically we have like our why, our how, and our what. So last week we were focusing just on our whys, okay? So I want you to picture every single one of these boxes as a video, okay? So you put like a little play symbol as your like, whatever, you get it. Those are all videos, right? So the reason for the first video is because people have no idea who we even are. It's their very first time going to be actually like seeing our face or hearing anything from us. And we're actually trying to get them to know us, like us, and then trust us, right? So we're going to do that in a very like systemized approach. There's a reason why we're going to roll out a little bit here. And then once they know our face and they know our name, then we're going to specifically retarget to those same people, and then they're going to see us again. And when it's been proven that when they have multiple hits, they're called touch points. So if they see you again and again and again and again, then they're going to feel familiar with you, and you're going to almost like become a friend to them. They're going to essentially know you, like you, and then trust you, right? So where do I want to start? So basically what you see here is like, let's say these are 3 why videos, okay? But what I want everybody to understand is the way to do this properly is not going to be using and scaling and promoting the first 3 videos that you've ever created. These are very intentionally set in this position, and in order to get this one, usually it will take excuse my messy boxes, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roughly about 10. Okay? To be able to watch what happens inside of these ones when we're boosting them. So this is what we're doing right now. This is not what we're doing inside of the group right now. What we're starting to work on is up here, these ones, okay? So what's most important inside of the group of what we're doing right now is just getting our words out and getting them out on the page. That's why we haven't really talked about it in specific like this, because I don't want it to overwhelm anybody. But there are some people that are going to be ready and actually work better seeing the bird's eye view, right? So if it's overwhelming, don't get overwhelmed. Just focus on exactly what we're saying to do. Make it, post it, boost it. Make it, post it, boost it. And just trust in the system, trust in us, trust that we know the path that we're taking you on, right? If it feels overwhelming. For those of you that are ready to actually like absorb all of this information, that's perfect, because this is what we're working on up here. So we're going to create a why video and boost it. A why video, boost it. Why video, boost it. Why video, boost it. You get it, right? So within these, right, we're going to be looking at certain metrics to decide which one is one of our best or 2 of our best or 3 of our best or whatever, right? that we want to use. And there, again, like I said, there are certain metrics that we'll give you, not right now, because I don't want anybody to get too consumed with that, right? But basically what happens is then, like, let's say this one did really, really well, right? Then we're gonna bring this one down here, and then we're actually going to scale that, okay? And we're gonna use this as like something that is really, really going to set us apart in the market and is already proven to be working really well out of all of these. Is like, this is the one that we want the world to see our face with. So this is, instead of spending $1 a day, 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 that is just to test. We just want the data. And we want to start building an audience as well too, right? Because all of the people that engage, like Caitlin was talking about in that video that she made today, all of these people that are engaged inside of here, we can actually retarget them and we can use them as well inside of here, okay? So this is the $1 a day strategy, is basically just to get our face out there, to start building an audience and to receive the data for how people are reacting and engaging with our stuff. And then we can bring it down and use the ones, all of these ones are gonna be like absolute like powerhouses, right? So this strategy is a long play, right? Because you can see if it's 10 to make one and 10 to make one, 10 to make one, and there's 10 inside of here, right? And 10 inside of here. Like, we're practicing and practicing and practicing and seeing what works inside of the marketplace. So it is a long play, but it's only $1 a day. And that's what benefits us in that way, is it gets our face out for super cheap. We get to collect the data so we know exactly what's working, so we're not wasting money on the stuff that's not working, right? We know exactly what's working, and then we dump more money into it because we know that the metrics are bang on, right? So basically what happens after that, the why video, of course, you guys have heard why the why video is important, right? Because they get to know you. They get to like understand you and feel you and listen to you, your mannerisms, the way you speak, your heart, your passion, all that kind of stuff, right? So then what happens is, after they've seen your what, the how is very specifically targeted, okay, off of these people, okay? So I'm going to say that again. The how is very specifically targeted to people that have already seen your why, okay? So inside of here, we're boosting and we're leaving it open, right? So we're letting our audience basically choose us. And then after we build a whole collection of them through all of our different videos, like we build people through here and 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 here, right? All of these people, we can put them in together into an actual audience, right? And this how video, this one right here, or this one or this one, we're going to actually just target to the people that have specifically seen our why. That's very strategically done, because without the why first, they don't know us yet, right? So you're basically working them through a funnel, essentially, right? If you can picture like this having a shape on it, like this, you're working them through the funnel. So on the how, we're gonna retarget with these people here. So anybody that sees this video is going to already have seen these videos or some of these videos up here. So your face is going to be familiar. And not only can we retarget down, but we can also retarget side to side between all of them. This is really messy, sorry guys. Very sophisticated, I know. So we can retarget this way, but we can also retarget side to side as well too, so that they just keep seeing us. It's like bam, 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 our face, our face, our face, and they automatically feel like you know something, you know what I mean? Like they keep seeing your face and they're gonna wanna know. They're gonna wanna know what you know. It's natural, it's called the fear of missing out, and it is a real thing. Then again, the same thing. When we finally get to our what, it's going to be very specifically targeted off of all of these people who have already seen us. So by the time we get down here and we're sharing any kind of a call to action, that's another important thing to remember. Inside of here, the why and the how, no call to actions. They're strictly value and strictly sharing. Inside of the what, that is going to be where we start to introduce the call to action. So by the time we're asking anything of them, we've already primed them, right? We've already primed them with who we are so they know us, and how we do what we do so they like us. So now they know us, they like us, and by the time they get here, they trust us, they know that we know something, and our face is out there like crazy. So they are way, way more likely to actually do what we're asking inside of the call to action, right? So traditionally, and a lot of the time still, when we're running conversion ads, and not that there's anything wrong with conversion ads, but the rate at which they convert is not as successful as this, right? Because of the process. So, what was I gonna say? So, I don't know what I was gonna say. I was talking about conversion ads. Anyways, that's why it's very strategic that we do it this way, right? Because then we have more touch, more touch, more touch, more touch, more touch, more touch. And by the time we get down here and we're actually looking to convert something, right, or have them follow our call to action, they are way more likely to take action. Again, now obviously this is a long play, right? But it's a very, very magical long play, very magical, because you're building an entire audience as you go. And not only can you retarget that entire audience with just these videos in here, but now you can retarget that audience with all of your content. That audience should be treated like gold. Like there is money inside of that bucket, right? And so this strategy is really, really well planned, like by Dennis Yu and all of the people there at Facebook, and them coming up with this whole strategy, or whoever it was that came up with it. But it's a very, very smart play, right? So was there anything else I wanted to touch on? Oh, that's what I was going to touch on, because the conversion ads, if we don't do this and we just go straight into a conversion ad, again, not that there's anything wrong with that, and we should be doing that as well too, but if we just go straight into a conversion ad, it's the first time they're seeing us, right? They've never seen our face, probably. They've never heard our message. They don't know us. They don't like us yet, right? They're still sussing everything out. And here we are dropping what we have for them and how we can be whatever, the savior. And how did I lose it again? And it's basically the first time that they're seeing us. So it's like there's no trust there yet, right? So although we'll still get people that way, and we'll still get curiosity, and we'll still be able to build an audience that way, it won't be like as crazy successful as this. And that's why the two of them go so nicely hand in hand. And that's why we always say to have a conversion ad running as your main stream, and then be doing your $1 boosting every day on the side, right? And however many you want to boost, that's totally fine. There's lots of ways that you can do it, right? So maybe you want to just go ahead and spend $10 a day, right, for that whole week or whatever. You can actually start looking at metrics sooner than a week, but I'm not going to say that. Don't follow that. Just keep it for the week. Scratch that. Pretend I even said that. I didn't even say that. You can spend $10, right, for a day, for the whole week. If you want to get these all out there and you find like 3 bomb ones that all of a sudden are like exploding, that's perfect. Then you have the ones that you want to actually use, right? So you can condense time with a little bit more money and doing it all up front, right? I was going to give you another tip, but that's going to overwhelm anybody. Never mind. I'll say that another time about our budgets. I hope that's helpful. If anybody has any questions, please reach out inside of the group. For anybody that feels really overwhelming for, don't worry. Like, we still do, you can see, we still drop little piece by little piece by little piece, and that's really all you need to keep moving forward. And just know that you can never post too many of these. Like, play around, have fun with it, like, be creative, and whatever comes to your mind and whatever inspiration. It doesn't mean you just have to do one, you know, or two or three or whatever. Like, you can flood your whole business page with as many different tries as you want, and then start reading the metrics, which again, we'll teach you. Start reading the metrics to see which ones are actually excelling, right? And those are the ones that you want to use moving forward. Yeah. All right, everybody. Hope that's helpful. And let me know if I missed anything or if anything was super unclear. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Bye, guys.